Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the kitchen. We got a pretty special collab today with Cooking with Kory. He's like, hey, why don't you see what you can make with peanut butter? So we're going to hashtag up some peanut butter and see what we can come up with. Stay tuned. Alright, so when I heard about this, the first thing I thought about was like candy bars, because candy bars that have chocolate and peanut butter and stuff in them are just fantastic. So what I'm doing is like kind of a take on a take 5. If you know what that is, it's pretzels and caramel and chocolate and peanuts and peanut butter. So what I've got here is just some crushed up pretzels. Ran them through the blender for a little bit, mixed a stick of butter in there. Started out with a half a stick of butter and that wasn't enough, so I wound up putting a whole stick of butter in there. And then, so got it about the consistency I wanted, just laid it down in the bottom of this greased pan, cooked it on 350 for about 10 minutes to let that sit, and that's where we are right now. Alright, so I've got about a cup of peanut butter that I heated up for about 30 seconds in the microwave, and we're just going to pour over all of this base here. And I'm kind of sort of making this up as I go, but I'm hoping that the only thing that I really had to cook was the pretzels in the oven, and the rest of this is going to be microwave stuff and just setting it in the freezer and letting it set. Alright, I took about a cup of some semi-sweet chocolate chips. If you prefer milk chocolate, you could probably do that, but I'm just winging it and I like semi-sweet chocolate. So we're just going to dump this just like we did the peanut butter. And spread that out all over, hopefully. Alright, so obviously the peanut butter was still a little bit melty when I put that in, so it kind of marbleized on top. While I'm making the caramel, I'm going to stick this in the freezer so maybe it'll set and those layers will stay separate. Alright, got some pretty easy caramel I'm going to make, just some equal parts brown sugar and some corn syrup. So, and we're going to cook this in the microwave for 4 to 6 minutes, and just every minute we're going to take it out and stir it and take a look at it. Alright, so this went in the microwave for, I put it in for 4 minutes and there's still a minute left. But what I did is, at 1 minute I started, and the next minute I started, and then I started stirring it every 30 seconds because it was really like bubbling up the side. So just kind of keep an eye on it. And it's like thick pancake syrup consistency right now, and I'm hoping that this is going to set a little bit when it cools off. But it's super hot. We're just going to drizzle this on top of all this. Alright, I had just a few of those pretzels left over for the crust, and then I put in maybe a half a cup of peanuts in this and then just ran all that together. I'm just gonna kind of sprinkle this on top of that caramel and then set this in the fridge for several hours and just let it set up. Alright guys, this sat in the fridge for about 4 hours. I'm fixing to cut into it and see how we did. Not too bad. My crust, half of it's still down in there, but I got plenty on top, I think. We'll take a bite and see how we did. Well, I'm going to stop this guy right here because while this dish was good, it could have been better. And so I'm going to walk through what I actually did after this. So I took some more chocolate chips. I didn't have that many, but I melted them up, threw some peanut butter in on top of the melted chocolate chips, mixed that all in. Then I took the rest of my blended up peanuts, dumped that in there, mixed them up, and I was going to roll these out into like some balls and let them set, and then roll them in some caramel and hit them with like some pretzel dust on the outside, and the balls didn't work. Like they were not going to shape before the chocolate set. So I took some pretzels, laid them down, sandwiched this stuff between the pretzels, and then I let that sit for probably 15 minutes or so in the fridge, let that get good and solid, and then I made up some more caramel and basically just made spun sugar and just drizzled all over the top of these things. And they look a million times better. Everything's held together now, and they look like something that you would go and like eat. Anyway, so here they are. Here's a close-up of them. You know, got just a little bit of caramel glaze over that. You do need to keep these in the fridge now because that peanut butter is just enough to keep that chocolate from staying set. Like, it will get soft at room temperature. But they are delicious. I've had several of those. They taste just like the candy bar. I'm super excited about that, and I hope y'all are too. So again, check out the hashtag peanut butter from Cooking with Kory, and hope y'all enjoyed.